see where the autosave was. I love that they were able to. Okay, it is before I threw the
Before you threw
box.
the box. That
It's
very
like
important
right
box.
before I threw the box. It's like they knew.
The player's gonna throw the box here. We should autosave.
This guy. So it's the other place where this game is really obviously from like several years ago is the facial expressions or
Oh, for
lack
sure.
thereof, because this guy was not looking very concerned about his wife. All right, this is your area, Emily. How are we gonna respond to this guy?
Um, I think it'd be kind of cool if he dismissed, but then like still saved her later. So he'd be
Okay,
like,
yeah,
"I knew
sure,
you
yeah. I
were
can't
cool."
guarantee anything, but he's
But
secretly totally gonna do
you're
it.
like this cool dude who like acts
Okay,
like he doesn't care about anything, but really secretly cares.
he folded his arms at just the right time, so I went for it. Well, I say folded, but he's just kind of holding them near each
Yeah,
other.
it's kind of awkward looking actually. I usually reassure this guy, but I think it's kind of cool to be like, no promises, but then still save people.
Right. Yeah, no, I like the idea of Jensen trying to be like a gruff, I don't actually care about any of this stuff badass, but he isn't really.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Speaking of Ezekiel and saving his wife, there's something I'll bring up then. What is like a third option of saving the wife that kind of isn't really meant to be done because the game doesn't really allow for that in dialogue.
Oh, sure. Let's go back and maybe try to clear a path that way.
Essentially, you can non-lethally take him out without convincing him to leave, and also still save her.
Hmm.
But the game, so there's dialogue that'll come up that'll be like, "Oh, Jensen killed the guy," and you didn't. And like later on, Zeke will be in a prison cell, so you definitely didn't. But the dialogue won't account for that. The fact that you shot him but did not kill him.
The dialogue doesn't account for non-lethal shootings.
Well, because how it's supposed to be is you either kill him and the hostage gets killed, or you convince him to leave the hostage behind and he gets away. Or you fight him and
Oh,
the
hey,
hostage.
I'm glad we came back because I missed some credits.
Yeah, credits.
Just
I
left
guess
an
you just. I guess
$85
so,
bill sitting on the table.
well, no, it's a card, which I always wonder about because like, have you ever watched Batman
Oh,
Beyond?
fuck. Did not realize he could see me. That's a problem. Well,
If you'd ever watched
we're
Batman
going loud
Beyond,
now.
they'll like rob a bank in it and then have a bunch of credit like cards. And they have
Yeah,
a bag
like
full of credit cards and act like it's cash and it's
that.
like,
Yeah, the fact that there are banks and whatnot make that really confusing.
well, banks can still hold physical money and all that stuff, but like having the physical money be cards doesn't make any sense because then can't the people stealing from the bank just like hack the computer and put all of the funds on like one card?
Right. I mean,
And
well, that's kind of true of today too. Like,
no, it's true today now, especially. But I mean, like back when they were trying to give us like futuristic cash thing with the credits, and they still wanted the visual language
I
of
have
like a
other
bunch of
guns I
bank
could be
robbers with
using.
bags full of cash, which is kind of funny.
You have a
Ooh,
shotgun.
that's the DLC weapon. There was a
Problem is, I
DLC
gotta
sniper,
get
by the
somewhere where
way.
I can actually be close enough to use it.
There's a lethal sound sniper rifle on the roof before you enter in here.
Yeah, yeah, I am gonna keep running because I can do shit like that. Nope.
I'll say one of my best encounters in the game was in this room. I was doing it and I was trying to get through non-lethally, and I got spotted, and I picked up a trash can and ran at a guy.
Oh
And
wow, this put me way back.
yeah,
All right, let's.
and the trash can was like portable cover.
Sure. Yeah, I've seen where somebody cleared out a room with a vending machine.
Yeah, but yeah, it wasn't that good of cover. But like I ran at him, and then the trash can was protecting me, and then I threw it at him, and he got like stunned a little bit,
Yep.
which allowed me to run up and do a takedown. And it was such a cool moment where like it was just that would have been
That's a
really
good
cool.
action scene right there.
Exactly. Yeah, it was just really fun. I think F5 is quick save, by the
It is,
way.
yes.
You should quick save
Right now?
before you engage anybody.
Well,
Yeah.
that was an accidental engagement.
Well, before you could possibly engage anybody. So I'll do the hostage thing again.
Sure, right, yeah. Alright, let's try this again and actually be semi-careful of where people are looking.
Sadly, you don't have cones on your radar yet.
Right, yeah, that is a very useful update. So what happened is this guy that I'm kind of pointing at right now, kind of walked forward as I was walking forward, and I came right into his field of vision.
Mm-hmm. You can mark targets of an upgrade later too, which is fun. Yep. I think they give you that one for free in Mankind Divided.
Yeah, they give you a lot more starting stuff in Mankind Divided, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. It makes you feel like Jensen kind of learned a little bit more, but also it like
yeah, it really does make it feel like a continuation.
But you don't get all of them, and there's like an in-game reason for that, and also you have new ones to get. So.
Oops. Oh, okay. Apparently, that guy was just walking past. Weird. Be able to get in here.
But you don't have a double takedown augment right now.
No, I don't. But, oh crap, that did alert everyone else. Crap.
Oh no.
I don't know if that'll hit.
Yeah.
I don't think it did. Alright, let's...
Oh, you're gonna kill him.
Look, shit went south. What do you want me to do here?
Run up to him and knock him out with your fists?
Nah, that's putting myself in the path of way too many bullets.
Okay. Oh, no, you died anyway.
See? I can take like 2 bullets. That's all I got.
Okay, sure, but you also didn't win with your gun.
Well, see, I didn't actually fire it is the problem. Alright, see, so I did quick save. Didn't lose much.
Yay.
I will do it when I'm on the ground next time.
You got it this time, Joel. This is the one. 3rd time's a charm. No pressure.
Look, I did not at any point promise to play this game well.
Beat
this guy out. I am also very accustomed to being able to throw on cloaking for short bursts of stuff. So my instinct to sort of jump the gun on some of this stuff is hard to suppress. You can get away with a lot by just cloaking.
Cloaking's good.
Okay, the
camera saw you.
Yeah, I thought that started further back. Oh. It'll calm down. I come this way at some point.
Looks a little bit closer than that radar.
Okay, no, maybe not.
It's tense. We're still in the alarm state? Yeah, we are. I don't have the audio, so.
Oh, sure, yeah. Get away.
I can look at the radar and it says alarm down there. I'll clear them out of this.
Okay, why is he there?
Q. Yeah, I love these. These are so good. I love all the
takedown. It's a really good takedown, yeah.
It's so satisfying to use them. My favorite lethal takedown is when he like grabs a guy by his head and his fingers like extend, and then he just spins his wrist to like snap the dude's neck. You did a hit with your bullet.
I did. He is
Man
now
down 10.
So I use my tranquilizer bullets to put him to sleep.
Nice.
See, look, they're taking a nap together.
Aww, cute. Cuddling, little cuddle puddle. Got that gun out of his stomach.
Yeah, it seems like a bad place for it, to be honest.
That guy's still alive. That's good.
Yeah, I thought he had a weapon on him, but maybe he's laying on it.
I guess Pritchard's gonna call you Genghis Khan after this.
Oh yeah?
Because well, if you're pacifist, he calls you Gandhi,
Oh sure.
and if you're like or Mother Teresa, I don't remember. And then if you're lethal, he calls you Genghis Khan.
Okay, but what if I'm only slightly murdery?
I don't know. I don't know if there's like a neutral thing he says where it's like you're like a guy who did a bad thing once.
I mean, you only killed a few people, so you're just like a person, really.
But the point is that Pritchard makes fun of you no matter what.
Oh yeah, of course, because Pritchard is kind of an asshole.
He just hates you for no reason.
I don't know. He's probably got some reasons. All right, I'm already alarmed that camera's not.
Get getting more alarmed. Burn in hell, Seraph.
Seraph is apparently an X-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Makes sense. He's like Xavier.
He wishes he was like Xavier.
Yeah, it's true. He's not as good as Xavier. Well, Xavier fucks up a lot, so maybe he is.
Xavier does fuck up quite a bit. It's true.
You won't get anything from that one because the arrow is only one way.
Yep. Oh, great,
See,
gotcha. Yep.
It's only one way. Yeah, yeah. I've played this game for a lot. We discussed how I've played this game for 99 hours before we entered this. Actually, more because I played on the Xbox as well. So
Jeez.
Probably more like 110 hours. I didn't get very far in the console version.
All right. Whoa, hello. Whoa.
Yeah.
I think going down there.
This is one of my favorite games, and I know you like this game, but would you put it that high?
Hey, my article's back.
Nice.
I haven't played it nearly as much as you, but I'd say it's definitely up there.
Would you put it in your top 10?
Boy, I don't know. I'd have to think long and hard about what my top 10 is.
Yeah, totally. I think, as I said before, I think if it's not my top 5, it's definitely my top 10.
Oops, turning around. Go. Hey, buddy.
That's a good one.
Bam!
I love how, like, okay, so, like, it says earlier in the game that, like, lethal takedowns are loud and non-lethal ones are quiet. I did like in Mechanism Divided, it seemed like they made it a little bit, like, lethal takedowns are almost as quiet as non-lethal ones. So you can still like lethal take down people and not raise the person everywhere.
Well, yeah, because like I don't like equating stealth with the only or silence. I don't like equating stealth with like the whole silent and non-lethal stuff.
Yeah.
Because you can totally be stealthy and murdery.
Yeah, like I said, in Manhunt Divide, they made it so lethal takedowns were a little less loud. So they still like if you're still right next to a guy, a non-lethal one's quieter, but it won't arouse suspicion from the guy across the room.
Right.
In this, it's like as soon as you do a lethal takedown, everyone knows where you are.
Right.
Which is annoying.
That's kind of crap, yeah.
And what I hate about though is that the non-lethal takedowns are loud as fuck.
Oh,
like
nice.
you just like when you punch that guy, you let him drop to the ground on a thud.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
People would hear that. Like,
I
why
like
is stabbing him in the neck more loud than that?
I like to believe that the punch sound that you get, you know, that slapping meat noise, I like to believe that that's not non-diegetic, and that like Jensen's punches really do sound like that.
Well, I mean, you are punching someone with metal,
Right?
as opposed to like, you know, another fist. I don't think
That's
that
a loud punch.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think anyone else is watching here, so let's do a case of the joint, bullets, darts.
There's a lot of handy things in this room.
Combat rifle ammo.
Do you get it?
Yeah,
Because
because there's hands.
there's
Yeah,
hands
yeah.
everywhere.
I get you. I gotcha. These are
Just
stacked
ignored it
suspiciously.
entirely.
I
Like, yeah,
bet you
yeah.
there is a vent that I probably don't
Mhm.
need now because I already subdued these guys. But
Might be a guy in that other room.
there is actually. You can see him on the radar,
Excuse me.
and he's getting real sleepy now.
Little sleepy guy.
Ah, man, I'm surprised none of them die from that fall. Like, it looks like they're about to hit their neck and like break it.
I mean, they can die from a fall after they get knocked out.
Right, yeah,
Because
like if you knock them off like from a higher story or whatever.
or if you're like super strong and you throw them like 20 feet in the air.
Sure, you know what? Fair. I am resisting my urge to move literally every box because sometimes they hide credits and stuff behind boxes.
I'm sure the viewers appreciate it.
Yeah, I know I'm not speed running this by any means, and I'm dying a lot or whatever. I'm trying to make this not drag on too much.
At least make what they're looking at visually interesting, even if you're dying.
I mean, I guess dying is kind of visually interesting.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, what's not interesting is someone like looking at boxes for like a
Oh,
half an hour.
right, or reading every email on every computer.
Yeah, I'm sure someone's into that type of let's play.
Oh yeah, no, the thorough, meticulous, don't miss a single bit of content, 100% LP. Yeah.
I don't think it has much as wide appeal.
I could have just subdued him.
I was gonna say you should save your ammo, buddy.
Eh.
And don't forget you recharge all your batteries right now.
Right, yeah, that is the thing.
You're probably used to the old game where like if you use your battery.
I am used to having to conserve energy more than bullets.
Yeah, because once you have a third bar, that one won't refill, but your
Right.
2 bars you have right now will refill on the
Oh.
on medium and easy difficulties. On hard, it does not.
All right, let's chow down some painkillers, drink some booze.
Oh shit!
I am very fucked
You're
up right now.
hammered. Well, I mean, okay, in this case, you didn't. Wasn't it like a bottle of whiskey? You just completely downed. Oh, what one
Yeah.
is that? Is that laser pistol?
It's
I mean, laser sight?
just
damage.
Damage upgrade. I think I'm gonna make the super pistol just because it doesn't take a lot of.
The pistol's the best weapon in the game.
It is,
honestly.
and it doesn't take up a lot of inventory space. So as my like fallback melee weapon, I feel like it's a good option.
Once you get the armor-piercing rounds with the pistol, you never need another gun. It's such a good gun.
Right, and the way that I appreciate that they simplified /
God, this looks so bad.
rigidified the don't shotgun like
a
beers
bottle
and
of
whiskeys
whiskey.
and painkillers all at once.
Oh
Folks.
God, you would die in real life.
Look,
That's really dangerous.
Jensen has special magical biochemistry
Yeah,
that lets him
I was
ingest ridiculous stuff without dying.
I was gonna say, and I was gonna say, I mentioned earlier, even on the last episode or this one, near the beginning of it, that there was a comic book, and I mentioned he was lethal in it, but that wasn't the point that I was trying to bring out. The point was that there's lines he has in it where it's like, man, I used to like really like the burn of smoking a cigarette and like the feeling of drinking, but now I don't get that anymore because like he heals too fast, so cigarettes don't do anything for him anymore.
So, there was this
but he still smokes because I don't know why. It's gross though.
Well, probably because the like for smokers a lot of times the habit of it is
that's true.
Important. Like just having the ritual of it matters.
Sure, and if he's not getting sick from it, I guess whatever. But
so
I'm not a fan of smoking.
No, like no, it's definitely a
judge
turn off.
you.
I'll agree.
I'm not a big fan of it.
So the thing about not being able to enjoy drinking anymore reminds me of a comic I read years ago. This guy wrote us about his D&D setting or whatever.
Oh, you got to practice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's get an upgrade.
What are you gonna do?
What do you want to upgrade?
Oh, jeez. Well, I will say, wait, if you upgrade your hacking, you can hack the turret in the next room, which is kind of fun. But I'm not a really big fan of doing that either.
Yeah.
Again, this is gameplay, and you're the one playing the game. I feel like
Sure.
this should be your decision.
Yeah, that's not a very good upgrade. Okay, so activating most of the augs requires 2, I think, so I might have to save
Yeah,
up.
activating an AUG takes 2. Upgrading an AUG takes 1.
Yep.
That's the rule.
Seeing through walls is good, but that can come later.
I will say that my favorite AUGs are probably the double takedown and the Icarus landing system. The
I'm gonna
Icarus
get
landing
Icarus
system,
landing system sooner than later because
just because
otherwise
it
I will
makes
forget I don't
navigating.
have it, jump off a
Yeah,
high thing and die a
I
lot.
love I love jumping off the top floor of Seraph and going to the bottom without dying. It's really good.
Okay, so
It saves down time.
I do want to get vision cones as soon as I can, so I might just save up for the stealth enhancer for now.
Hmm.
Um,
You can make your arm stronger, or you can hack, but there isn't much you can do right now.
right, yeah, in here I don't think there's a ton of benefit to rushing to upgrade stuff.
Hmm.
So anyway, I was gonna
Go get a
say,
practice before this mission's over. You'll get another one.
right, so um, there's this comic I read. The idea was a bunch of people from Earth were taking a like interstellar luxury ship, um, and it got invaded by pirates and ended up crash landing on this planet that was very like traditional D&D fantasy. And for
Okay.
some reason on this planet, they all had um the power of gods. So they were all basically like D&D setting gods in this world. And the main character they followed had recently lost his wife to cancer and was like super depressed. And all he really he wanted nothing to do with this fantasy world. He wanted nothing to do with godhood. He just wanted to be able to get drunk, and he could no longer get drunk because he was a god.
So with his god powers, he could have bring his wife back.
No, he tried, and it was that's a whole story thing.
Hmm.
Um, but I just really liked the idea of this reluctant god who's just kind of like super bummed out about his godhood because like he's constantly making beer, like the best beer he could ever imagine, but he can't truly enjoy getting drunk off of it because he's too
Yeah.
powerful.
He's like, wait, don't do that, please.
This
Okay,
is
like right from there, it's so obvious that guy was getting like
mind
hacked into
jacked,
doing
yeah.
that. It's so obvious, but it takes the characters and the storyline so long to figure it out. They're like, oh, he killed himself, and like they're talking about like, oh, there was someone else controlling him, and it's this huge like reveal. And it's like, no, dude, it's like super obvious.
Yeah, that's a problem in a lot of games. I think video games or a lot of stories, and I think video games fall prey to it more than any of making the characters stupid so that they can like expand the plot.
What's another thing about another instance in this particular game of that is that there's so many data logs and hints over to Jensen's whole deal,
Yep.
and it doesn't come until like the very end of the game where it actually gets revealed.
Well,
And
and the game,
it's this huge surprise that Jensen, even though Jensen's the one reading the emails when you read them, like he should have figured it out by now that he's like the progenitor of new augments. But like,
right. I I feel like considering the game lets you go through and collect all this information on your own, like it should reward you for that in a narrative perspective of like Jensen being
Nicole,
like, "Oh yeah, no, I totally know about this," for like reveals for
yeah,
stuff that he's already read about.
when Megan's like, I used your DNA, you'd be like, yeah, I know. That's fucked up, by the way. You should ask me.
Yeah, I was really pissed about it. I'm kind of over it now though. That was so long ago. Like I've been through a lot since then. All right, yeah, I don't need more of that ammo.
I read your emails, Megan. It wasn't that hard to put together.
Yeah, like he could just be really shittily dismissive of all that stuff. That'd be great. All right.